everybody, it's Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida, bringing you another home tour. Today it is Servie Serval. She is right back there blending in perfectly to her environment. They have great camouflage. Servals are so interesting. If you don't know much about them, you should definitely research. They're amazing hunters. One of the very few cats that has spots and stripes. So what I'm going to do is just walk you around her entire enclosure and just show you all of her amenities. We'll start right here in the front with her feeding lockout. Feeding lockouts are a safe space where the cats learn that they're always going to get their everyday meal and fresh water. You can see that we have these tiles on top, and that is in order to just keep flying debris out of their water. We also have the chicken wire that goes around. That's just to keep birds and anything else that might be trying to get to the food from the cat. You also see that pile of rocks right under their water bowl. We clean these water bowls every single day, and because of that it can wash away the earth underneath it, so we pile a lot of stones there just to keep that from becoming a giant hole that will eventually, every time it rains, it's got water just sitting there, and then that brings the bugs. So she also has a feeding plate there. We sanitize that every single day as well. She has a nice large den right there. I call them tree stump dens. She also has some actual trees in her enclosure as well. We try to keep them as natural as possible. There she is again. We'll see her at the end because we're going to walk her entire enclosure. She's got a coolaroo bed there that she's not on, she's just beside. It's a very hot afternoon here in Florida. She's got a little toy there as well. So every day our cleaners walk the enclosure. They carry a big 6-foot metal pole that has a hook on the end. And we walk the enclosures, and then we have double checkers that walk the enclosures. And when we do that, we're looking for feces, leftover food, old enrichment, or anything that shouldn't actually be in the enclosure. She has a nice big platform here. There's another beautiful photo of her. Adorable. And again, lots of natural foliage, lots of hiding places if she wants it. Got a nice little shelf there. That's Sheena behind me hissing. Sheena's another serval that is Servie's neighbor. So again, some tree stumps and palmettos. This is a safety entrance. The only way that we enter an enclosure is a double door system. You've probably heard me say that a million times in the other videos, but if this is the first time you're seeing one, we always make sure that we have 2 doors. One is closed behind us before we open the interior door, and the cats are always fully locked away from that section. We never ever go in the enclosure with the cats. So she has a water bowl here, just an extra one on top of the one in her feeding lockout. Now the reason that we elevate these water bowls is because in the wild the cats pee in water. They don't want predators to be able to track their movements. So if you lift it a little bit off the ground, they're likely to have fresher water for longer. So again, lots of leaves on the ground. It's something that we deal with constantly. You rake a cage and then a week later it looks like this again. So again, just more natural foliage. She has a door right there, so the section you saw her in is different than the section that we're looking at because she can walk through that door. If we needed to shift her over here, we would close that door. So we're just walking along the back here. She has a nice big den back here as well. This is the one she usually prefers. It's far away from all of us. It's a little bit elevated off the ground as well, so if there's ever a lot of standing water, she does not have to worry because she has elevated dens and a big elevated platform. You can see that the walls are nice and curved, and it's 4x4 wire that withstands a lot of heavy winds. Being in Florida, that's very important. She has drug all of her hay out of her den. It was in that den there, but now it's just a fun thing to play with. And we've come all the way around. Hi, lady. Just don't want her to be upset that I've snuck up on her. Hi. So this is Servie Serval and her home tour. Thanks for letting us visit. If you want to learn about Servie, you can find her bio at bigcatrescue.org/catbio. And if you have any other questions about our enclosures, you can go to bigcatrescue.org/cages. Thank you guys so much for joining me.